Hey, this is Jesse Knight with Anchorage Bedbug Heaters, and we are here to cover a few electrical things. Because we're doing electrical, if there's anything that's not clear to you or that you have any questions about, call a licensed electrician. I am not a licensed electrician, but I'm just going to do some basic pointing out of some stuff that's going to be necessary to know in order to get this bedbug heater set up. So again, if you need better pointers than I'm giving you, electricians can do this, just costs some money. Okay, so let's move forward. So we've got a demo unit here, and we're going to go and take a look at the breaker panel to figure out what we can do with it, what it looks like, where we need to plug the different extension cords in to get our heaters up and running. So if we look over here, we have a breaker panel. It's kind of old, but it'll do the trick. So we're going to get this thing open, and we see here that we've got breakers and we've got a breaker map. Each of these breakers is labeled with a number. It's typically going to be 15 or 20, or on occasion you'll have a bigger breaker that'll be higher. If we look really close at these, we can see that all of these small breakers say 20 on the very end of this little toggle switch. Now sometimes the number you're looking for will be located somewhere else. For example, well, not quite with this, but this is a 40 amp breaker, so this controls something a little different. If we go over and look at our breaker map, we can see what breaker controls what. So if we see here, we've got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then evens 2, 4, 6, 8. What that refers to is 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. So here, breaker 1, we can see controls the den and lights. So that would be outlets in the den and the lights in the den. Breaker 2 and 4, because it's a double breaker, is the range, your oven and stovetop, a 40 amp breaker. Now, something to keep in mind, a 15 amp breaker can take one extension cord that goes into your heater. A 20 amp breaker can control 2. So if we're mapping this out, we can see that we can plug 2 extension cords into this den breaker. Each heater requires 4 extension cords. So if we can get 2 here into the den, we could do 2 more potentially on this breaker, number 3, the dining room outlets. So we go find which one that is, we get the other 2 plugged in there, and then we've got these 2 20 amp breakers are controlling one whole heater. Our second heater, if we've got a second heater set up, could potentially get plugged into the range, and we'll have a special video for that. Or you could find another set of a couple of 20 amp breakers, or a set of 4 15 amp breakers that would control the other heater. Okay, that's it for now, and we will catch you when we get back to our second video that's going to cover what happens if my breaker panel is not labeled like this. What do I do? Thanks. Bye-bye.